Welcome to Extra Remix. We are here to enjoy some remixed game tunes and applaud the work of the artists who made them. So last week we talked about Zircon, but I neglected to mention that he's only one half of the Aversa music team. Today I want to talk about the incredibly talented Jillian Aversa. Jill first emerged on Overclocked Remix in 2005 under the handle of Pixie Tricks. Since then, she's contributed her vocal talent to 17 remixes on the site in collaboration with numerous other talented members of the OCR community, some less talented than others, and she even spent some time as OCR staff. A classically trained vocalist, Jill graduated with honors from the Peabody Conservatory of Music in 2008 and launched a very successful career performing for game, film, and TV soundtracks. Even if you haven't heard her singing on Overclocked Remix, chances are good that you've heard her voice somewhere else without realizing it. She's performed in quite a few game soundtracks, including Civilization IV Beyond the Sword, Civilization V Gods and Kings, God of War Ghost of Sparta, Soul Calibur V, Halo Anniversary, and the latest iteration of Shadowgate. In addition, she's performed with the Video Games Live Touring Concert Series and the Game Music Laboratory Concert Tour in Japan. She's collaborated on projects with composers like Secret of Mana's Hiroki Kikuta, and she's released 3 critically acclaimed original albums of her own. And of course, she'll often lend her voice to music by her frequent collaborator and, coincidentally, husband, Andrew Aversa, whom she met through the OCR community. These two are super nice people, by the way, should you ever get a chance to say hi at MagFest or something. No matter what style of music Jill is singing or writing lyrics for, I always love how passionate and rich with emotion her voice is. When writing her own music, her style tends toward the world and new age genres, which is most prominently heard on albums of her original songs. Though much of her work on OCR is done in collaboration, she does have a few solo tracks on the site that best present her personal ethereal sound. It's a genre that, frankly, isn't heard nearly often enough on OCR. You can find quite a few of her gorgeous performances on Overclocked Remix. I always particularly liked the track she and Zircon wrote to open the site's Final Fantasy VII album, Voices of the Lifestream. Just beautiful. Also, if you happen to be a fan of Final Fantasy VI and you haven't heard OCR's Balance and Ruin album, look, you really should go download that thing. I feel like I've been playing at least one track from it on every episode of this series so far. It's so good, just go get it. And then go listen to the rearrangement of the aria de Mezzo Carretera from the famous opera sequence, because of course Jill sings it. Why would anyone do that album without getting Jill to sing this?
Swell of the tide.
I mentioned earlier that she once collaborated with Hiroki Kikuta, composer of such game soundtracks as Secret of Mana and Seiken Densetsu 3. Specifically, she contributed vocals to his Tohou rearrangement album, Tohou Zirokyo Kitan, Sophisticated Insanity.
Flowers blanket all the countryside like freshly fallen snow. I know the answer's waiting somewhere, as it was once long ago. Do you wait to cross the river from the shores of shallow tide? And what will happen to your phantom if you reach the other side? Never-ending night, hear me cry. Never-ending blooms.
And I really feel like I should mention her original albums again. Not only because they're beautiful collections of work, but because they really showcase Jillian's capability as a composer as well as a vocal performer. Also, I really just want an excuse to play her arrangement of Walking in the Air because I love that song already, and her rendition is just awesome.
We're walking in the air. We're floating in the moonlit sky. The people far below are sleeping as we fly.
Jill has also been performing in the video game's live touring concert series, and she's scheduled to perform for lots of future shows across several continents. Also, I can't get into specifics, but you can expect to hear her voice in more high-profile game soundtracks in the future. You can, of course, find Jillian's remix contributions on OCR, including many awesome collaborations. She's done work for numerous albums, including Sonic Augmentation, The Dark Side of Phobos, The Answer, and Chrono Symphonic. She also has 3 original albums available: Origins, a holiday-themed EP called Through Sand and Snow, and her latest kickstarted album, Atlantis Awakening, which is available through Overclocked Records. You can find more details about her and her professional work through her website, JillianAversa.com. She also has a YouTube channel, and you can find her on Facebook and Twitter at Jillian Aversa. As always, I'd like to close by playing one of the artist's tracks in full. Jill's first appearance on OCR years ago was a remix of the Forest Temple theme from Ocarina of Time. She and Zircon recently revisited that source material to create an entirely new arrangement, featuring live guitar from Expert Novice and hand percussion from Drum Ultima. 9 years of training and musical growth make quite an impressive difference. Thanks for watching, enjoy the music, and I'll see you again soon for more Extra Remix.